We stand at a precipice, gazing into the complex heart of a nation. Tonight we embark on a journey, not through the cosmos, but through the streets and shadows of what we project to be the most dangerous places in the United States for 2025. These are not tales spun from fiction, but stark realities reflected in data and the lived experiences of those who call these cities home. We will count down from 10 to 1, unveiling the cities that, by current trajectories, present the most significant challenges to personal safety in the coming year. Stay with us as we reveal the city that claims the unenviable top spot and what its story says about us all. Our descent into the heart of America's urban struggles begins in St. Louis, Missouri, a city of historical significance and a place where the echoes of the past resonate deeply into the present. The Gateway Arch stands tall, a gleaming monument to westward expansion, a symbol of ambition and progress. But beneath its majestic shadow, the city grapples with persistent challenges, most notably the pervasive issue of violent crime. The stark contrast is undeniable. For years, St. Louis has struggled with alarmingly high rates of homicides, a grim statistic that places it among the most dangerous cities in the nation, and assaults, leaving communities scarred and residents living in fear. The weight of these incidents bears down on the city. This harsh reality continues to plague St. Louis well into 2025, a testament to the deep-seated issues that defy easy solutions. The headlines paint a grim picture. Deep socioeconomic divides, the legacy of discriminatory practices, and the lingering scars of a complex past all contribute to the city's present struggles. These factors create pockets of desperation, neglected neighborhoods where hope struggles to take root and opportunities are scarce. Gang activity, a symptom of systemic issues, further exacerbates the problem. Drug-related offenses, fueled by poverty and lack of opportunity, contribute to the cycle of violence and despair, and the tragically easy availability of firearms amplifies the danger, turning minor disputes into deadly encounters. All these elements combine to create an environment where safety feels fleeting, a precious commodity that is constantly under threat. Law enforcement and concerned communities rally, striving to reclaim their streets and build a safer future for their children. But the undercurrent of danger remains a formidable adversary, a constant reminder of the challenges that lie ahead. The psychological toll on families is immense. The grief, the trauma, the constant fear for their loved ones. Constant vigilance, a hyper-awareness of surroundings, fear, and the gnawing uncertainty about what tomorrow may bring. As we look ahead, St. Louis's fight for safety is ongoing, a long and arduous journey with no easy answers, demanding more than just policing. It requires addressing the root causes of crime, investing in communities, and rebuilding trust between residents and law enforcement. The question remains, can this gateway city, steeped in history and resilience, truly become a gateway to a safer future for all its residents? Or will it remain a stark symbol of America's persistent urban challenges, a place where the promise of progress is overshadowed by the realities of violence and inequality? Our journey continues, and next we travel to Detroit, Michigan, a city etched in the American narrative, a city renowned for its innovation, its automotive history, and above all, its remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. Yet beneath the surface of progress, echoes of persistent struggle resonate deeply. Despite ongoing revitalization efforts that aim to breathe new life into its neighborhoods, Detroit's persistently high violent crime rates cast a long and somber shadow, a stark reminder of the challenges that remain. Decades of profound economic decline, coupled with significant population loss, have left deep and lasting wounds on the city's social fabric, creating fertile ground for crime, fostering insecurity, and eroding the sense of community safety. The city's vast geographical expanse stretches already limited police resources thin, making effective patrolling and response times a constant challenge. Consequently, families live with the daily reality of pervasive violence and a deeply eroded sense of trust in the systems meant to protect them. In response, community initiatives and law enforcement agencies are constantly forced to adapt and innovate, but the sheer scale and complexity of the problem remain incredibly daunting. Detroit's story is a complex tapestry woven with threads of both unwavering hope and profound hardship, with the remarkable resilience and unwavering spirit of its people shining brightly through, even as the ever-present specter of crime continues to cast a long shadow over the city. The road to full recovery is undeniably long and arduous, filled with challenges at every turn, But the unwavering fight for a safer, more secure, and more equitable future for all its residents continues, fueled by the enduring spirit of Detroit. We move east to Baltimore, Maryland, Charm City, where vibrant culture meets persistent danger. High rates of homicide and violent crime have become a tragic hallmark, especially in neighborhoods plagued by poverty and the drug trade. The struggle is not just statistical, it's lived daily by families and communities under siege. Deep-rooted issues, poverty, underfunded schools, and fraught police-community relations fuel a cycle of violence that's hard to break. Despite targeted policing and community programs, progress is slow and the challenges remain formidable. Baltimore's resilience is undeniable, but the shadow of danger continues to shape its future. The city's fight is a stark reminder of how even places with immense potential can be held captive by cycles of violence. Our journey takes us south to Memphis, Tennessee, a city steeped in history and culture. We're heading into the heart of the American South, a place where the echoes of the past resonate with the challenges of the present. A city rich in musical history, the birthplace of blues and rock and roll, drawing millions to Beale Street and Graceland each year, but also marked by persistent danger, a shadow that hangs over its vibrant spirit. Memphis consistently ranks high in violent crime, a statistic that paints a concerning picture of life for many of its residents. The numbers tell a story of struggle and hardship, with aggravated assaults and homicides impacting daily life, creating a climate of fear and uncertainty in certain neighborhoods. The impact on families and communities is profound. Socioeconomic challenges, poverty, unemployment, and educational disparities create a complex web of issues that contribute to the city's struggles. These factors limit opportunities and fuel desperation, create conditions where crime can seem like the only path for some, a desperate choice born out of limited options and a lack of hope. Gang activity and the drug trade further fuel violence, creating a dangerous cycle that is difficult to break. The consequences are devastating for individuals and communities alike, making safety a constant concern for residents who are forced to live with the daily reality of crime and its impact on their lives. The psychological toll is real. Fear, anxiety, and eroded trust permeate the community, hindering social cohesion and making it harder to address the root causes of crime, stifle the city's growth and potential, creating a vicious cycle of decline and despair. Efforts to address crime are ongoing, with community organizations and law enforcement working to find solutions. But progress is slow and hard-won, requiring sustained commitment and collaboration from all stakeholders. Memphis's inclusion on this list is a somber reminder that even cities with rich souls can be burdened by dangerous realities, a stark contrast between its cultural legacy and its present-day struggles. The city's blues are more than music. They're a call for change, a testament to the resilience and determination of its people to overcome adversity and build a brighter future. On the shores of Lake Erie, Cleveland, Ohio, faces a rising tide of crime. Once a manufacturing powerhouse, Cleveland now contends with increasing violent and property crime rates. Economic hardship, the opioid crisis, and systemic poverty fuel this trend, stretching the fabric of community safety thin. Neighborhoods once considered stable now face new risks, eroding trust and cohesion. Law enforcement and city leaders are challenged to address both immediate threats and long-term root causes. Residents band together, but vigilance is now a daily necessity. Cleveland's resilience will be tested as it seeks to reverse these troubling trends. The question, can the city restore safety before the tide rises further? We head west to Oakland, California, a city of vibrant diversity and persistent peril. Gang violence and rampant property crime have long plagued Oakland, with tragic consequences for entire neighborhoods. Socioeconomic disparities, high living costs, and under-resourced schools create a pressure cooker environment. Law enforcement and community organizations work tirelessly, but the scale and depth of the problem make progress slow. Residents face daily risks, from car break-ins to violent confrontations. Oakland's beauty and innovation are undeniable, but so are its dangers. The challenge is to bridge divides and extend safety to all, not just a fortunate few. Until then, navigating the perils of the Bay remains a daily reality. In Albuquerque, New Mexico, rising violent crime and theft have cast a shadow over the city's unique charm. Economic struggles, substance abuse, and challenges within the justice system fuel a surge in violent and property crimes. Residents and businesses feel the impact, altered routines, financial losses, and a strained sense of community. Efforts to combat crime include targeted policing and programs addressing addiction and poverty, but the scale of the problem is daunting. Albuquerque's cultural fabric is resilient, but safety concerns threaten its vibrancy. The city's place on this list is a sobering example of how quickly safety can erode. Restoring security will require sustained commitment and innovative solutions. Chicago, Illinois, a city of global stature, but also of persistent danger. While many neighborhoods are safe, others, especially on the south and west sides, face high rates of shootings and homicides linked to entrenched gang conflicts. Systemic poverty, segregation, and a flood of illegal firearms make progress difficult. The impact is felt citywide, straining resources and shaping public perception. Efforts include targeted policing and community programs, but the scale of the challenge is immense. Chicago's contrasts are stark: beauty and innovation alongside neighborhoods living under the shadow of violence. The fight for safety and justice here is ongoing and urgent. New Orleans, Louisiana, famed for its culture, but also for its dangers. High rates of violent crime, especially homicides, cast a shadow over the city's vibrant life. Deep-rooted poverty, systemic inequality, and a thriving street culture fuel the violence. Environmental threats, hurricanes and flooding, add another layer of risk, making safety a constant concern. Tourists and locals alike face dangers, from petty theft to more serious crimes. Community organizations and city agencies work tirelessly, but the challenges are immense. New Orleans' spirit is resilient, but the city's future depends on finding a sustainable balance between culture and safety. The music is joyous, but the undertones of danger are never far away. Our final stop is Stockton, California, a city where economic hardship and high crime converge. Persistent violent crime, including homicides and robberies, creates a climate of fear and instability. High unemployment, poverty, and limited opportunities drive many toward illicit activities, perpetuating cycles of violence. Past financial crises have left public services, including law enforcement, under-resourced. The result is a vicious cycle. Crime hinders recovery, and economic distress fuels more crime. The human cost is immense: families torn apart, children growing up amid violence, and communities traumatized. Despite these challenges, many in Stockton work tirelessly for change. Stockton's plight is a stark illustration of how economic and social breakdown can fuel a crisis of safety. Our journey through these cities is a sobering reminder of the vulnerabilities woven into our nation's fabric. The challenges faced by these communities reflect broader issues that demand our collective attention and empathy. Safety is a delicate ecosystem, requiring constant nurturing and vigilance. Like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. Your voice is vital in this ongoing dialogue. Stay vigilant and remember, the world is as safe as we make it.